Hi, so today I will tell you about the harmful effect of folic acid and the difference between folic acid and folate. Folic acid is the vitamin B group that is involved in metabolism and is a nutrient that promotes DNA, RNA, and protein biosynthesis. It helps the production and regeneration of cells and helps the body develop. It is also greatly involved in cell division and maturation. If insufficient, it may cause diseases such as megaloblastic anemia. Folic acid can be roughly divided into three types. Inactive folic acid, this is the supplement made in Japan, and then this is synthetic. And folinic acid, this is important for nerve development, essential for fetal development. Folinic acid contained in natural food. And then fully active folate. So methylfolate is important for dopamine synthesis and detoxification, essential for the newborn. Early in pregnancy, it is recommended to take folic acid supplement to prevent neural tube defect in babies. However, folic acid supplements and medicines that are sold in Japan or that can be prescribed can only contain folic acid. Metabolized folate, which is more accessible in the body, is not available in Japan and must be ordered from overseas. Folic acid and folate are similar and are easily confused, but they are actually different things. Folic acid sold in Japan is a synthetic compound that does not function in the body as it is, so it has to go through many metabolic pathways. Folic acid and folate are different things. Folic acid sold in Japan and folic acid mixed in foods in the United States are synthetic compounds that does not function as they are in the body, so they cannot be used without going through many metabolic pathways. Humans cannot use folic acid itself in the body unless it is converted to highly bioactive methylfolate in the liver. So this is the folic acid pathway. Folic acid is an artificial compound. Folinic acid is half-active folate. There are many types of folinic acid. And then folinic acid needs to convert to methylfolate to be absorbed by the body. To convert folic acid to folinic acid and folinic acid to methylfolate, enzymes are necessary. So this is the enzyme to convert folic acid to folinic acid, and MTHFR is the enzyme to convert folinic acid to methylfolate. Folinic acid can be taken from food such as vegetables and fruits, and the folinic acid can prevent spina bifida, is the baby's malformation. So there are several reasons why folic acid is difficult for the body to use. Enzyme defect, malabsorption, dyspepsia, liver disease, nutritious deficiencies, hypothyroidism, and vitamin B2 deficiency make it difficult to convert folic acid to methylfolate. There are various changes in genes in humans, and this is called gene mutation. It is said SNPs. With this abnormality, folinic acid cannot be metabolized to folate. It turns out that there are quite a lot of people who have this kind of abnormality. In particular, the lack of the long-named enzyme MTHFR results in complete loss of conversion. In fact, it is said that 5% of the population has a deficiency of this enzyme. 45% of Asians have mutation in one of the genes that produce the MTHFR enzyme. Aging also reduces the conversion efficiency of folic acid to methylfolate. Folic acid is a synthetic compound and does not function as it is in the body. Unmetabolized folic acid circulates in the body. Folic acid sticks to the transfer protein rather than folate and prevents folate from transferring to breast milk. Folic acid has a substantially higher bioavailability than do natural folates, being rapidly absorbed across the intestine. Folic acid binds to folate receptor and inhibits its function. Folic acid in the blood might inhibit the transport of methylfolate in the brain. It is sometimes said that high concentration blood folic acid during pregnancy is associated with autism. Folic acid can also cause liver damage. There is also a paper finding that folic acid causes sperm disorders. Folic acid slows the action of MTHFR. MTHFR is the enzyme to convert from folinic acid to methylfolate. Ingestion of a large amount of folic acid results in pseudo MTHFR deficiency. Folic acid is added to cereals and bread in the United States. About 46% of people cannot use folic acid due to genetic abnormality. It is said SNPs. 46% of people have problems with MTHFR. Therefore, 5-MTHF methylfolate is the best for taking supplements. A large amount of folic acid intake interferes with the function of MTHFR. The presence of SNPs in MTHFR is a risk of headache and leukemia. Many Americans without folic acid supplements have unmetabolized folic acid in their blood. Those with genetic abnormalities in folate metabolism or those with malabsorption should take methylfolate instead of folic acid. So methylfolate 5-MTHF is the final conversion form. A large amount of folic acid intake interferes with the function of MTHFR. This is the enzyme. Too much folic acid can increase the risk of autism because the lack of methylfolate can be the risk of autism. So excessive unmetabolized folic acid interferes with active methylfolate. So if the people have the difficulty to convert folic acid to methylfolate, they need to avoid to take folic acid. And then so too much folic acid interferes methylfolate function. Gene mutations are inherited. You receive one copy of the MTHFR gene from each parent. If both have mutations, your risk of having a homozygous mutation is higher. It is not necessary to check MTHFR mutation. The cost is very expensive and sometimes it is difficult to find the way to check MTHFR mutation. So you need to take care of yourself and have a healthy lifestyle. There are 3 ways to take folate or folinic acid. So I recommend to avoid taking folic acid. So I recommend to take folate or folinic acid. And then so first is take methylfolate supplement. And the second is taking half-active folinic acid from foods. And third is take folinic acid supplements made from natural foods such as chlorella. I will explain the detail. So supplement in a form that can be used immediately in the folic acid cycle are sold. And if you want to get it, try L5-MTF methylfolate supplement among the many folic acid supplements. There are various forms of folic acid, so take note of the ingredients. Avoid folic acid. Folinic acid is better metabolized than folic acid, so it's still good, but it may not work for people with MTHFR abnormalities. So L5-MTH methylfolate is a good choice. It is not often, but some people feel bad when they've started to take methylfolate supplements because their metabolism pathway is overactive. If you have trouble, sometimes it is better to take folinic acid rather than taking folate. So this is an example folate supplement ingredients. So you need to check folate and 5-methyl tetrahydrofolate L5-MTHF. It's the folate form. The folate metabolism pathway also requires nutrition such as vitamin B2, B6, niacin, and serine. Vitamin B12 deficiency has effect on other metabolic pathways and adversely affects the folate metabolic pathway. When taking folate, it is also recommended to take a multivitamin containing L5-MTHF. UE Clinic also recommends vitamin B complex supplements and L5-MTHF with active vitamin B12 complex supplements. So this is the second choice to take folinic acid from foods. In order to take folinic acid from foods, it is important to take raw foods. If heated, folinic acid will be broken. The liver of birds and pigs also contains a lot of folinic acid, but it is not recommended as it contains a lot of animal waste products. Leafy green vegetables, specifically vegetables with dark green leaves. Be aware that folic acid is the chemical element. Folinic acid is the nutrition that people need in their body. Foods containing folinic acid such as spinach, Boston lettuce, waterless, and then their leafy green vegetables. And drinking alcohol and smoking cause folate deficiency. To avoid second-hand smoke, we also recommend that smokers living with you should quit smoking. This is the third choice to take folinic acid supplement made from natural foods such as chlorella. Chlorella can get folinic acid from foods. Chlorella does not interfere with methylfolate. Because it is a supplement from natural foods, it is a safe supplement. Metabolism is still needed, but it does not interfere the function of methylfolate. When pregnant women took some chlorella at UE Clinic and checked their blood levels, all of them had elevated levels of folinic acid in the blood. The amount of folinic acid contained in chlorella supplements is not high, but it is considered to be very effective. Since humans do not have an enzyme that decomposes the cell wall of plants, the digestibility of raw vegetables is poor, so it was a large barrier to absorption. At Sun Chlorella, the company have succeeded in crushing about 90% or more of the cell wall by their unique cell wall crushing technology, so that more nutrients can be absorbed by the body. It is possible to increase the digestibility. Sun Chlorella uses chlorella that has been exposed to sunlight in an outdoor culture. This is the ingredients of sun chlorella, and 30 tablets is recommended intake in a day. And folinic acid level is not so high, but it is very effective. If you take supplements, you have to improve your intestinal environment. If you have a lot of fungi in your intestine, you will not be able to obtain the benefits of supplements. If your intestinal condition is not good, the supplements cannot be effective. Refrain from foods that are bad for you and foods that increase fungi, and chew your food well. Please eat a balanced diet. So during pregnancy, pregnant women need to take folinic acid from food or supplements made from natural foods such as sun chlorella or folate supplements 5-MTHF. However, the most important thing is to make the condition of your intestine good. The intestine is very important in the absorption of the nutrition. So I explained about the harmful effect of folic acid and the difference between folic acid and folate. Thank you very much.